Hello, everybody. I can tell I'm getting a lot more comfortable with the way that I'm making videos, and you know what? I expected myself not to say I really thought I was getting more comfortable with these videos, but I guess I might be wrong. So because I can really just go right into it, and I can just do one take, and that's all. Normally, it would take me maybe like two or three takes, and I might just have like two or three 1 second videos on there, and I'm having an issue with it. But I just thought about something, and it made me actually come in here and just get the video out of the way right away. I was looking into some editing tools and stuff like that, and also getting my laptop fixed. I'll do all that stuff afterward. The editing part way later on in the day. Or honestly, the laptop needs to get fixed like ASAP, so I can start recording gameplay footage. So I can stop sitting here with lookism characters for the entire video. I would not mind using lookism characters for the thumbnail, but as far as the entire video, it's kind of unacceptable. I feel like it's kind of tacky. I should be putting more effort into these videos. Shouldn't be as simple as me just sitting down, especially with no camera, especially with no cam. That's crazy. Sitting down with no cam and just making these videos with just this lookism character just here the whole time. This is Eli Jang, by the way. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. And most of you guys probably don't even know who lookism is. Honestly, maybe the entire point of me making this channel is to get everybody into lookism. Maybe that's just what it is. Not like that, but I realize that my voice sounds a lot more relaxed on camera, on video too now. And I actually learned to kind of not suck on my mic while I'm talking, so that there's not a huge reverberation going out through the entire thing. Honestly, my first video got a bunch of views, a bunch. I'm saying a bunch. It's like 120 now, and I'm surprised you guys were able to listen to all of that. I'm sure that people try to listen for an average of like 2 or 3 minutes and just cut it off because they can bear it anymore. And I understand that. I'm not angry at that. And the thing is, the crazy thing is that the point of this video has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. It has nothing to do with lookism, Eli Jang, my laptop getting fixed, or me finding out whether or not CapCut Pro is worth getting. It's about my unemployment again. I'm gonna be honest. It's not anything else too different from that. It's really just about my unemployment. And what it's about is, due to me being gone for like 3 weeks now, in about 11 days, it'd have been a whole month. It's been a little over 2 weeks. Actually, it should be a solid 3 weeks now because I got fired on a Tuesday. Let me look at my calendar. Maybe it'll tell me something. 1, 2, 3. It's been 3 weeks. It's been a solid 3 weeks now. It's been 21 days since I got fired. And I understand why suspensions are a function now. I understand why suspensions are a thing because me being away from my job for so long, I've had each of my coworkers reach out to me at some point since I've been gone and tell me that they miss me or that they will miss me and that the place isn't the same without me. And I understand that. But the thing is that I miss them too. That's the only thing. I miss them as well. It's not one-sided as much as someone might want to believe. It's not actually one-sided. Just realized missing the top of his head here. It's not actually one-sided. I miss them as well. I feel like that I'm separated from my actual children at this point. And I conveyed that to them. I feel like I've been separated from my kids. I feel like I don't even have kids, but I feel like that I've been taken. I feel like they've been taken from me. I feel like I've had something close to me stripped from me, which is likely also my title as a banker, but I feel like it's also my coworkers as well. I really enjoyed my work environment. It was a very nice work environment. Me being the only male there, it left a lot of room for certain types of uncomfortabilities on both ends. For example, all the girls share the same bathroom. I have my own for obvious reasons, but before I got there, I actually heard that they used to use both of them. The girls just use the men's bathroom as well because it's not like it's being used anyway. So the girls' bathroom is being used. It's like they would just go into the men's. Now that I'm there, they really can't do that anymore. And and there's plenty of like jokes, humor, or just like basic life experiences that we can't share because I happen to be a born male, and all of them were born women. They talk about husbands, kids, things like that. I'm a single man, so it's like I don't have a husband. Well, I'm straight as well. I don't have a husband. I wouldn't have one anyway. And I don't have any kids, so it's like, and it's like, oh, their first like cycle and things like that, or pregnancy issues and things like that. It's stuff that I've never heard before. I've never had to have a conversation about because in most environments that I've worked in, it was either more men or it was about equal on both sides. So it's like it left a lot of room for uncomfortability. Sometimes my humor wouldn't get all the way through, or they might have to understand that it's just guy humor and they're just not going to be able to understand it for that reason alone. Or they might not just not find it funny for that reason alone. They might understand, just not find it funny at all. So I was able to navigate that pretty well. I think so. Especially if they're reaching out to me and telling me that they miss me. I mean, they really don't have to do that, honestly. Like, after you were gone, they never have to see you again. Like, reasonably, they could just say F you and just never speak to you ever again. If that's how they were feeling beforehand. But for them to actually reach out to you and say, hey, really miss you here. Really miss you at this work environment. It speaks volumes as to how they actually felt about you as an individual in that work environment in that moment. And it meant a lot to me, too. So, for that reason alone, it's like, it means a lot. So, if I was given a suspension for this 2 or 3 week period, I would have felt way better or way more, I guess, like apt at handling whatever issues me and management were having before I eventually was let go. Um, yeah, it's like I can see why suspensions work. I've never had a suspension before at work. I've never even been close to being fired at any job I've ever had before. This is the first job I've ever actually been like relieved from, and I can see why suspensions exist now. It's for sure going to incite a behavioral change if that person that likes that job actually likes that job. It gives you time away. It's kind of like to think and like just be in your own thoughts. It's more peaceful for me and it's less stressful because I actually have measures that make sure that I'm not homeless and that I'm not missing out on like paying my bills or anything like that. But I can see why they exist. It makes sense now. It clicks to me for the first time ever. And I feel like that should have been the first way to go. Was like, hey, this isn't working. We're going to put you on a 2 week suspension. Like, yeah, I would have been blue, but it's like, it's what else can I do? I accepted it when they told me I was fired. They're like, hey, we got to let you go. You can't work here anymore. You're fired. I said okay, and I just left. There was nothing really else for me to. There's nowhere else for me to go with that. It was what it was. And for me to try to make it into any more of an issue, it would have been very unnecessary, and it wouldn't have changed or solved or fixed anything. So that's just not the kind of man that I am. I believe that in terms of in the face of adversity or in the face of any kind of unpleasantness, that your ability to keep yourself in check and to go about it gracefully is one of the most important things that you could ever hope to flaunt or accomplish or to to hold on to. And I think I did pretty good at doing that. And I didn't really feel any kind of way anyway. I didn't feel any extreme kind of way anyway. I just knew it was a challenge for me and that it was a new journey ahead for me. Um, and it incited me to make moves like buying the PC that I'm now recording all this stuff on now. I already had the mic. I've been at the mic. I've had this mic for years. The webcam was like ruined basically. It still works, but I kind of wanted this channel to be faceless anyway. I feel like I'd be able to add more personality outside of my face. I'm a very good looking man, by the way. Almost like a model, actually. They said I should be in Vogue. No, I'm just joking. I'm very average looking. I'm a very average looking guy. Yeah, so I just didn't want that to be the center of all my videos. My averageness, if that makes sense. That just reminded me of this episode of Teen Titans Go. And I never watched Teen Titans Go. I never watched the full episode of it, but I saw a clip on YouTube of Robin taking off his mask, and he's like super handsome for some reason. And like aliens come down. It's a bunch of weird stuff that took place, and it ended up not even really being his real face anyway. His real face was actually very disturbing, and made me regret even watching the whole clip in the first place. But yeah, so yeah, I really wanted this face to be. I really wanted this to be faceless. Honestly, you guys might end up finding my face at some point anyway. But I would like to not have my face be the center of attention in every video. Not center of attention. I'm not that good looking. I'm done talking about this now. I'm sorry. My point is that I understand. I understand that why suspension exists. I've heard like certain positions, like police officers and stuff, people doing things that are against conduct code or whatever, and they end up getting suspensions for it. I understand why those things exist because you do come back with a different mindset as to how you do that job and whether or not you still want to be there. And if you do, then how much do you actually want to be there? Do you actually want to be there for like the long run? Do you just see yourself leaving soon anyway? Do you feel like this job is for you? Or do they feel like they want to keep you after that 2 or 3 weeks gone? Is it really necessary to maintain this work environment? I feel like if I did have a suspension, the work environment change would have been felt anyway, because it's been felt already. They've already told me it's been felt. In terms of like, production, how quickly things get done. I was always a pretty speedy guy. I've always picked up on things quickly and just went about everything as quickly as possible. My customer service skills were always on top. are always top notch. So it's like between those factors, it's like, yeah, we feel the change in the workplace, and it's not the best change. We could probably go about this differently, and we might want to just go about, I guess, rehabilitating. I don't know if that's the word for it. Retraining him to have better habits and stuff like that. I feel like, and I would have been much more open to it at this point, simply because of the fact that I do miss my children, my coworkers. But yeah, that was the only thing that was really on my mind. I just found it very interesting how that's the conclusion that I came to at this point, and how it how I know it would have affected a lot of things differently. I'm actually grateful for how things have gone so far, or how things did go. I feel like that it was just a change that just had to happen. Honestly, I did make mistakes there, and I wasn't getting better quick enough, at least for them. Now I know for a fact that I would have gotten better as time went on, but it's like, I think that this is really an opportunity for me to better myself and for me to tap into everything outside of my regular 9 to 5 that can keep me afloat outside of it, which includes this too. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing, for commenting. Thank you for all the positive messages you've left. This video is a bit longer than I would have wanted it to be. I would like to have videos that are like under 10 minutes, under 8 minutes really, but I honestly just I'm a rambler. I'm a rambler, so that's my problem. Hopefully that gets better. Unless you guys don't mind it. In which case, we can just get on tangents about my face and lookism and whatever I'm trying to do today. Uh, well, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's pretty nice out. It is currently 2:53 p.m. On February 10th, 2026. I don't know why I feel the need to tell you guys that, but I've been doing it. I just don't mind doing that. So hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Hopefully I can hear from you guys in the comments, and like, share, and subscribe. And you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.